Hey yo, before we even start this joint, go ahead and give this video a thumbs up. You know it's gonna be top-notch, boss gang. I recently uploaded a video about Ariana Grande and her carousel ride. This was about 2 weeks ago. Had no idea she was about to release a song about her thought tendencies. But now that is exactly what she has done. She has a new song that is trending #1 on YouTube right now, and it's entitled Thank You Next, where she embraces her thought history and says to her fans, these are all the things that I've learned during my carousel ride. And she thanks everyone she's been on the carousel ride with. Girls love the song. Why? Because she is saying what they all feel, what they all think. I'm going to give you a few details about her, Ariana Grande, particular thought ride, particular thought train. And you will begin to understand why she has no other recourse except to embrace her thought nature and thank every single horsey on the carousel. Now we know, as we look out throughout the annals of history, this has always been the tendency of women, especially famous women, who feel like because they're famous and they don't have access to the average everyday man, that they should just tropsy along and go all throughout the industry on their carousel ride. I say to you though, what makes her different than the neighborhood girl who has been on the same mission in her life? Is it because she is on television? Is it because she is famous? Is it because that she has many fans, legions of fans, millions of fans who will attack you just like Beyonce's Beehive will attack you, just like Nicki Minaj's Barbies will attack you? I recently uploaded a video about Nicki Minaj hitting the wall and the barbs came out, man. So I know that the legions of Thotiana fans are going to come out, but that is fine because all I speak is the truth, not my truth, not your truth, her truth. And the truth is that Thotiana is a fitting name for a woman who not only rides the carousel willingly and happily, but embraces her carousel ride so much that she makes a song glorifying it. Let's chop it up. And the reason that we're going to speak about her is simply because she is proof that once a thought, always a thought. She hasn't had a long history in entertainment. She's still pretty young. But it seems like almost every year she's with a new man. So no amount of money, no amount of fame, no amount of prestige, no amount of accolades, no amount of fan support can ever change the behavior of a thought. So let's get into some of these things. As far back as 2008, there was a musical, 13 the musical, and she was dating this guy, Graham Phillips, from The Good Wife. They stayed together for a while. They were together 3 years. That is, throughout the course of this, her longest relationship. They dated for 3 years. She was young then, really young. Oh, well, you know how they do in the entertainment industry. Maybe she's not as young as we think she is. You know how they do that. So, but that's 2008. So she goes 3 years. For all intents and purposes, that sounds great. No big deal. No big deal about 3 years. 3 years is not that's a fairly lengthy relationship, especially for young folks. Fairly lengthy relationship. It is. From there, let's go to 2012. 2012, she's with this guy, Jai Brooks. He's an Australian YouTube comedy prankster from this group, the Janoskians. So he and his twin brother, I mean, they were really huge on YouTube in Australia. And she dated this guy 2012 to 2014, 2 years. Okay, she goes from there to Nathan Sykes. There's a boy band, I don't know if you remember, it's called The Wanted. And they actually did a song together called Almost Is Never Enough. And so listen, she just broke up with the last guy in 2012, right? So here we go, 2013, here she is back in it. You know, so from 2013 to 2014, she was with this guy. Now he's gone. So now we're talking 2008, 2012, 2013, and 2014, she was dating Big Sean, the rapper Big Sean. Now, we're talking every year here, every year. This chick's got a new man every year. She is piling up the numbers on her carousel ride, homie. She's been on all the horses. All the horses on the carousel, she's been all of them. She just keep telling the man, start it over. I want to go another round. Now, from 2014 to 2015, she's with Big Sean, right? 2014, 2015. 2015, she jumps right in with Ricky Alvarez. And he was a former backup dancer. They go from 2015 to 2016, roughly a year. 2016, she's into Mac Miller. Now, granted, we don't know if she was dealing with all of these guys at the same time or not. We do know that women have a habit of always having a handful of guys. So maybe it was the point where every time she broke up with one, she would bring another one out to the forefront. You know how it is to manipulate guys. You tell a woman tells a dude, well, I'm in a situation right now, but I still like for us to be friends and we can still hang out. And, you know, when I wrap this situation up, then we'll see what we can do from that point. And, you know, the beta male simp mangina, he doesn't mind being around, being a dude boy, just hanging around, you know, waiting in the wings. You know, he's going to be the fall guy. And every woman has a rebound guy. Every woman, when she knows she's about to break up with a guy, she has a rebound guy. And every woman knows if she sees a guy as a long-term solution to her thottiness. You know, everyone knows that. So she's going to always have somebody waiting there. So the way these guys are coming back to back to back, hey, man, we know how women do as far as having somebody waiting in the wings. So 2016 to 2017, she's rolling with Mac Miller. 2018, she was rolling with Pete Davidson, the cat from Saturday Night Live. And now they're not even together. They're still 2018 and they're not together anymore. You see what I'm saying? So this is what you have to understand. From 2008, she goes 2008, 2012, 2013, 2014, 2015, 2016, and 2018. Every year, she has a new man. But no one says anything about the prime example, the prime proof that Thotiana Grande provides that it doesn't matter how much money you give her. Cash will never buy class. And you have to understand that if it quacks like a duck and walks like a duck, throw it in the water, watch it swim. So I relate this to the average man out here every day. If your woman has thought behavior, you must understand that she will not change. Once a thought, always a thought. It does not matter if she's married. It does not matter if she's saved and goes to church. It does not matter if she takes on Islam as her religion and starts to wear her head covered up, deep down up under the cover, deep down up under the church clothes, deep down up under the church choir robe. There is a thought there. Because once a thought, always a thought. Many men have found out the hard way that you cannot turn a hoe into a housewife any more than you can turn a housewife in her heart into a hoe. You can't do it. She's not going to transform. Those two things can never transform into one another. So I say, who is the next man on the Thotiana Grande carousel? And I'm going to tell you something else. At Aretha Franklin's funeral, when the pastor was held her close and was holding her close and grabbing on her little sexy body, everyone complained. Everyone had a big to-do about it. If you watch it, she seemed to be enjoying it rather thoroughly. I can't see anything. Didn't look to me like she was upset. You know, she didn't jump back and say, hey, mister, get your filthy hands off of me. She didn't say that at all. She hung out right there. It looks like she was right in her element. Because once a thought, always a thought. And so if you're out there and you're dealing with a woman and you know about her thottish past and you see her with a different man every single year of her life, she is on the carousel. And you have to ask yourself, do you want to be the next horsey on the carousel? Because that is all you're going to be. That is all you had better want to be. Never settle down. Never consider taking a woman seriously when she is openly and willingly riding the thought carousel. You better figure out a way to get out of that situation, because what you've got is a woman who is going to ride the thought carousel until she is simply too old to ride any ride in that section of the amusement park. Or should I say, the bemusement park. Comment down below, man, and let me know if you agree with my assessment of not only Thotiana Grande, but the fact that once a thought, always a thought. And if you have wifed a thought, you had better figure out a way to unwife her ass. Like this video on your way out if you enjoyed the content. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. When you subscribe, click that notification bell. Make sure your notifications are on so you can be alerted to when I upload some more of this real shit. And as always, alpha's up, beta's down. Peace.